Violence. It's a big one. Men, I'm speaking directly to you. And in saying that, ladies, this is important because if your man has been exposed to deep, deep violence growing up, then this is worth a listen. As a young man, as a boy, I was exposed to violence, witnessing violence in my family, between my parents, and physical and emotional violence towards me as well, and my brother, both by my mother and my father. Grew up in a really volatile, abrupt, abrasive environment, really impatient, very difficult to be around. I was a highly sensitive kid, and men, if any of you are watching this and you grew up in a similar environment, it can have detrimental effects to you as an adult. And we develop these coping strategies of defense and attack and not trusting. And not only not trusting ourselves, but not trusting intimacy, not trusting others. And we look to others and we think, there's something not quite right there. Because the very people that were meant to be safe, that our nervous systems came into this world thinking these people need to be safe, they weren't safe. And equally, they were our greatest source of love and affection at times, or at least the perception of at the minimum, and also the source of chaos. And so now we're confused. Now we don't know what to do. And as men, we take that confusion and we project it into the world. And that's what I did. I did a lot of that. I got angry, I got violent, I suppressed so much as a kid. And then in my adolescence, I began to just be aggressive and abrasive and violent in the world. Even controlling and oppressive and judgmental of myself and judgmental of others. And I took this suppressed pain that I experienced from the violence that was in my field of reality, and I became violent to others. I lost myself in that. I became violent to myself, emotionally violent. My self-talk was shocking. And if I spoke like that to others, I wouldn't have had any friends. So I suppressed that and reserved that self-talk for myself. That was the level of violence that I was in. And it wasn't until I started to address my trauma that I'd experienced growing up, and really dealing with that from a nervous system perspective, helping my nervous system feel safe through various modalities and techniques, but also then addressing the behavioral issues that had eventuated as a result of being exposed to such an environment. And so many of us as men are exposed to violence in different ways, shapes, forms, bullying, violence in our neighborhoods, violence in our homes, emotional and physical and sexual violence. And we don't know what to do with that because we're told, be strong, be tough. Don't emote in that way. Don't cry. Don't be sad. Don't share your feelings. Don't share yourself, essentially, is what we're hearing and what we're told. So what do? We suppress it and we oppress ourselves as a result of that. And it gets so intense that we then oppress others. And we become distant in our relationships. We stonewall, we get angry, we become short with our partners. We cannot hear them. The single biggest thing in a relationship is not feeling heard, is not feeling loved, heard, understood, seen. And so we do that to our partners, and then we leave each other abrasively, in harsh ways. I'm here to tell you, you're not alone in that, and your violence needs an outlet. Your suppressed pain needs an outlet. It really does. At MPB, Empowered Brotherhood Movement, we provide a safe space for men to see themselves and witness themselves in all of who they are. All of you is welcome. And all of you can be held and all of you can be moved through in a safe way that allows you to release these negative patterns of the past, allow you to connect to a deeper level of yourself. Come join us, and ladies, send your brothers, your sons, your partners, your fathers, your friends. Send them, because we have a vision, and that vision is to be the greatest and the largest men's movement on the planet, making deep, visceral impact, not only in the lives of men, but in their communities, in their families, in the future versions of themselves. Thank you so much.